Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. It's Monday again, just like that. I hope you all had a good weekend. I am actually filming this on Sunday because I like to be organised. I'm looking at my computer and my computer says that there's a thunderstorm warning here. It's very grey and overcast, but it's quite muggy, and we did have a bit of thunder yesterday. But our weather has been exceptionally good this year, I have to say. It has been, it has been extremely. I don't know what day it was. The last day I was out, I thought, oh, at this heat, it's just because we're not used to it. We're used to it being winter 12 months of the year here. So anyway, I'm going off at a tangent as I usually do. I want to say very quickly thanks to the people that left comments on the last video. I do appreciate your patience and your understanding with regards to my mental health. It is appreciated because I know that a lot of people don't get the mental health thing. But I don't believe, as I say, I am a very honest, open, upfront person, and I don't believe in coming on and just saying, oh yeah, I'm good and everything's, because when it's not. And I probably, it's the same goes with my writing. I write it as I feel it. So I can't do fake, I can't pretend, I can't do anything that is not, just pretending, putting on a show. I can't do that, and it is okay not to be okay. It's allowed, we're only human. So thanks to everyone that left the comments. I do have to get blood tests done on Wednesday. I did tell the doctor about my mood, but she never really said a lot when I told her about my mood. Sometimes with me as well, it's hard for me to differentiate what comes first, the chicken or the egg, because if my physical health is quite bad, i.e. my energy levels are at ground zero, I find it so difficult to cope with that, and I find it so debilitating, and even the most basic, trying to do the most basic things is just takes a real effort for me. So we'll see what the blood tests show up. I did say to the doctor that I thought there could be a possibility that I might be diabetic, which is completely unconnected to chronic fatigue, but my mother was diabetic and I have this thing that happens, but I don't want the whole video to be about my health, and I thought that it could, but we'll see, and I'll let you know what happens. So I was talking about this book in the last video as well, and it's actually not, it's called the Let Them Theory, and it's by Mel Robbins, who is a really good motivational speaker like Brené Brown, and it's not a book about depression. The Let Them Theory is basically we can't control people or situations, and I think this is another big mistake for me that I tend to do, where I tend to because I'm an empath, I soak everything up like a sponge. So I take everything on and absorb it, and just, then it weighs heavy on me. Where if I could learn to say that, if I could learn to say, let them, so if somebody's doing something, or a situation is out with my control, then I've only just started reading it. It's a rare occurrence for me to read. Ever since I started writing, I read very rarely, and I still have those 2 books on the Kindle which I've yet to finish. And then when you go on to WordPress, everybody's reviewing this book and that book, and I just feel totally crap because I have not. But it's not a stipulation, it's not a stipulation that you have to buy each other's books and review them. But I just think that, as an independent author and a writer, we do need each other, and it does help if they have read and reviewed it, especially for myself, because 99% of these writers, I would say, have been writing far longer than I have. So when they give me a review, it's lovely, and it does give you a boost. It does give you a boost, and it is nice to be nice. It's nice to keep the circle. It's nice to keep the circle, keep it nice, pay it forward, as it were. So, without further ado, because I am trying to keep these videos on the 10 or less if I can manage it. As I say, not because I don't want to make the video, but because I know that I do tend to, when I come on, I talk about this, then I talk about that, and I tend to, go off at all these different tangents. So, as far as the muse goes, she's still not playing ball. But as I always say, if I can write one a day, then it will stop me from getting a complete block on. And it's probably to do, a lot of it will probably be as well how I'm feeling physically and mentally. And if I can write one, then I'm happy with that. So I called this poem, I called it I didn't call this, but I called it Umbrella, and I wasn't really sure where I was going to go with it when I started putting the pen down on the paper, and it probably turned into something that I don't think I was originally going down that road with it, but but it does end on a sort of hopeful note. So let me read the poem. And I have to go for grocery shopping today, which I absolutely detest. I do take a trolley like a little old lady. It's the only way I can manage. And I hope I don't get soaked while I'm there, because my fridge is empty, and I just can't, I can't, grocery shopping. No, see there, I've gone off another tangent. Umbrella. Pour your ink into a glass. Add the salt of your tears to taste. For extra measure, add ice and a small umbrella. Now sit back to observe the container while resisting the urge to gulp it down. The ink may be coloured red or black. That is your pain. The salt is the initial sting, that slow burn as he rubbed it into the skin, and the ice represents time. Do you see? It has already melted. A passage in history, never to revisit. What is already written on the pages, the outcome, we cannot change. But we can stop the pain of the past raining on the parade of our future by opening an umbrella of hope. So that's the poem for today. As I say, I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to go when I started writing about ink, and I think I was going to go down the lines of, I wasn't sure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can perhaps take something from it. I will be back on Friday. As I say, I'm getting my bloods done Wednesday, so we'll see what the bloods throw up, if anything. And I hope you all have a really good week. And I do appreciate your patience, and I do appreciate the fact that you are still here. Because I know sometimes, people, it is hard for people who have not experienced mental health issues to fathom, or get their heads round what it entails. And all I can say is, and I've said it time and time again, nobody chooses it, but I also say that you have to fight it. So I don't sit around in my pyjamas. I get up, I dress up, and I show up. So here I am, and I will see you on Friday, because if I don't stop talking, this is going to go into 15 minutes. Have a good week. Take care of yourselves, but don't forget to take care of others too. Be nice, be kind. Until next time, bye for now.